Did Advisory Board Crystals completely knock off Kith with their newest Marvel collab?
Well, I sat down with Remington, the founder himself, to get his thoughts on the matter, so enjoy.
Now, before we cut to the interview, I really want to know what your stance is on this, because for a minute there, you weren't super impressed, and sadly, I wasn't able to join you on the interview last night because we were celebrating our 1 month anniversary. So give me the lowdown.
Congratulations. Good reason.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so basically, I mean, for the people that haven't seen our social media, we've been posting a lot of stuff, but one of the posts that we did on our personal channels 2-3 days ago was ABC Crystals sent both of us boxes, and we unboxed boxes. No shoes, just boxes from their collaboration. Now, I know that there's some different elements to this. A big reason why we only did boxes, and I don't think we talked about this in the interview, was shipping costs and shipping delays and stuff like that. I don't think it was tariff related, but just different processes to get this drop out before the movie actually officially premieres, which I believe it's coming up here soon, beginning of August. So I know that there were some delays there, but we got sent the boxes, and I gotta say, when I got them in the mail, I was like, this is Kith Marvel all over again, like to a T. So if you're looking at the YouTube, first of all, thank you to everyone who listened to last week's episode with Brendan. Huge, great response. So we'll welcome all the new listeners. But Kith Marvel. So I'm showing on my screen right now the new ABC collection. Very interesting. There's 7 different pairs. It's all character-based, mystery boxes. Well, Kith Marvel has done this twice in pretty similar fashion. So the most recent was not a blind box, but rather you knew what you were getting. Some of them were comboed. They have the PSA graded Marvel comics. So it was a little bit different. And then if we go to the original, that was a blind box. Now this is where the similarities get drawn right here. Because I mean, the size dimension of the box is very, very similar to what this was. And I know that because I bought 10 of these boxes and did 10 different unboxings of this shoe. So I was like, if it's coming from anyone, it should be me, because I was very familiar with this series. I never even got the one that I wanted, but you know what? That's part of it.
Oh, man.
PSA graded, so that's a new element. The shoes were nothing crazy. It was more about just the blind reveal. Okay, now if we go back, boom. My stance, the box art, very different. Fair enough. It's similar, but it's different. It's a different element of Marvel, but it's very like the same. I mean, even the little Marvel with the ABC and the 1 in the top left. And we talked about this during the interview. If you look at the second rendition of the Kith Marvel boxes, let me find it quick. They have the same thing on the box, signifying that, hey, this is like a Gen 1 series. Let me find it. Okay, this is a super bad photo, but the top left, they have the same thing, Generation 2. There's just a lot of similarities. So the videos did incredibly well on both of our social media channels, like unboxing boxes I never thought would do so good. I'm very excited to see the shoes from more leaks that we've even seen in the last 24 hours. I think the shoes are going to be pretty incredible, and we talk about it in the interview. Everything from what the shoes are going to look like, the double blind element where the box is blind, but we also, you enter the raffle and you win the raffle, you still have no idea what shoe you're getting, let alone what the shoes even look like. So it's completely blind. Talked about that in the interview. From what he was saying in the interview, he had the idea before Kith, and things take a while to pan out, and he had some good points. I don't know. I'm split on it. I've talked a lot, Seth. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, like, at the end of the day, just because, like, Kith or any brand did something like a blind box concept, it really doesn't mean that no one else can do it, and it's only reserved for Kith. Granted, you know, it is very, very similar, the rollout. The only main difference outside of the different sleeves and packaging, like, we don't know what the hell these shoes look like. And that to me is probably the most exciting thing about this because, dude, even just unboxing these and them not having shoes, that was like a pretty cool experience. Like the graphics are crazy. All of it just looks so, I guess, well thought out. And you can tell there's a lot of attention to detail to it, which just gives me a lot of hope for the collaboration itself. I spoke to him as well on the phone, and we talked a little bit about the shoes, some of the different like features that some of them will have. They also teased some of it, dropped like little hints on their Instagram. I know one was which one was it? Is it the Thing? Not the Thing. What's his name? The orange dude. I'm terrible with the names.
The Rock? No, that is the Thing. That's the Thing.
It is. Yeah. I know the Thing. He, in like the description, he said, underneath it all, he's still a man, which sort of like hints to the fact that there's going to be hidden layers in it. And same with the Human Torch. Like you can tell from the blurred out mock-up, like the Human Torch's shoe is blue. Why is it blue? I wonder if there's some sort of like hidden aspect to it that, it goes up in flames or there's something to do with that. And outside of that, just the material choices I think are going to be, extraordinary. And the model itself, like no one's really talked about the model. We know it's on the Puma Majesty, which is like such a cool shoe. We used to get those when I worked at Foot Action, and that was always one that I picked up and was just like, damn, the quality's cool. Like he says, it's a great blank canvas, and you can really do whatever with it. So I just think it's going to be really cool, and I know I'm going to be geeking when I finally get the pairs in. So I don't know. And the apparel. Like the apparel looks really good, in my opinion. Like the all-over graphics with graphics on the back too. Like it's cool. It's very cool. Similar, but different at the end of the day.
It is similar, but there's a lot of new aspects to it. The clothing is one of them. They're kind of revealing it backwards where they're showing you basically everything about the clothing in terms of what it looks like, what it feels like, everything like that versus the shoes. We don't really have anything. I know in the interview, he talked about some of the design processes. It's a team of 2 of people, him and his fiance. That's the whole company. So they designed 7 shoes from the ground up. And we talk about that and how they were designing new materials and textures that had never been done before. So there's a lot of new elements to it. Very ABC Crystal vibe. They've had some hit shoes in the past, Vans, Morel. They're not new to this scene. So I do want to note too, Bema Williams posted a pretty interesting video the day after I think all this leaked and basically said that he was tossing up, should ABC Crystals be banned from doing collaborations? And it was a very violent video, essentially, in saying that they should be suspended. We love Bema. He
so
talks his
true.
mind, which is exactly what I like. And yeah, I mean, honestly, I was surprised like how little people were talking about how this compares to the Kith Marvel stuff. Because like when I saw it online from everyone doing it, especially seeing it in hand, I was like, this is the same, very similar thing. So I don't know. I'm torn on it. At the end of the day, objectively, the collection is insane. The packaging's insane. I think he did have the idea before Kith, and I think he talks about how visionaries, I don't want to spoil the whole interview, but he talks about how visionaries, a lot of different companies put out the same clothing during the same seasons, even though they plan it a year and a half in advance. And so, yes, the blind box concept has been done many times. And then he talks about in 2020 where he came up with the idea, and we talk about that. So I think the collection's super sick. I can't wait to get the shoes, and Doom and Surfer I need big time.
True. And at the end of the day, it's not about who did it first. It's, about who did it better. And
exactly.
we still don't know, but time will tell. And I'm just really excited to check it out. So I guess let's roll the interview and then we'll chat about it after.
Well, thank you for hopping on. I just, honestly, it's like, so if you want to give yourself a brief little intro for the people that don't know.
Sure. I'm Remington. I'm co-founder of Advisory Board Crystals and half of the entire teams.
There you go. So it's a 2-man team.
Yeah, one man, one girl.
That's
Beyonce.
awesome.
Maybe.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Me and Heather.
Very exciting.
All the way. Mom and dad to everyone that knows.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, let's just jump into it. First question. I mean, you sent me a couple of boxes the other day, and I posted a video about a very big collaboration that you have going. Fantastic Four, Puma, and yourself.
Yeah.
Where did you get the idea for this 3-way collaboration? I mean, it's not just something you can drum up. I mean, 3 different companies. It's a lot to work together, especially as a 2-man team.
It's a lot. It's definitely, I think it's our biggest project ever in terms of just scale. And Disney's really big, which is amazing in a lot of ways, a lot of reach and possibility. For us, the way we think about things is very long term. We've had an inkling we wanted to do something like this for a long time. I grew up a Marvel fan. It's just the time period and like the sort of like the thing that I loved. I collected things. I collected Hot Wheels cars. They're still in the packages. Marvel comic books. I watched the shows. All of it. So I knew I wanted to work with Marvel forever because everything we do at ABC is very personal. It's all personal products, things that I want to see in the world, things that I personally want. And that's why people even resonate with it at all, because it's something that's coming from a place where if you're a fan of Marvel, I am too. So I'm doing it in a way that you would want to see it done. So Marvel's been on the docket for a long time, and it's been hard to nail down because I want to say we're probably the smallest brand that's ever worked with Marvel in this capacity. Usually it's a much bigger company. And so in 2020, I mean, I've been trying to work with them for a long time. But in 2020, we had a dog in the hospital who's okay now. But he was in the hospital for 4 nights. And every day we'd go to the mall and buy Sanrio blind boxes to kind of like cope with just like the whole thing. It really helped get us through it. One of the characters reminded us of him. And in that moment, I was like, wow, this is really helping me. And something about this feels like unique, different, and new and fun. It was everything I liked about opening a pack of cards, collecting figurines. It just felt fun. Like that's really where that concept came from. Of course, we're now in a year where blind boxes are probably the most trending thing ever. I mean, other people have done blind box things before. But for us, it's an idea we want to see through. And we finally got the opportunity to work with Marvel in the way we wanted to work with them. Because a lot of times licensing is a very, it's like an icky word. Licensing can be like you take this asset, you put it on this shirt. You see a lot of brands and companies do that kind of thing. And we'd like to have a more responsible approach in sort of like handling these delicate, these IPs that mean a lot to people. It means a lot to me. So I think it's just disrespectful to take something like the Fantastic Four, just make what someone else could do or already exists. So we really care about these kinds of products, and Disney saw that. And so it all kind of came together at once. Who had approached us, Disney was finally happening. We love working on footwear because it's so sculptural. And to me, when you think of Marvel, I think of collectability with comics and you think of action figures. So I had so many. And shoes are the most sculptural thing you can do. So we really wanted to infuse all the elements that felt like what got me excited about something. And to do it in a way that we felt like no one else would really do. So that's kind of how it came together.
So obviously you talked about, I mean, there's a lot to it. If I'm not mistaken, there's 8 shoes, correct?
7.
So 7 shoes.
Only 7.
7 shoes, 7 boxes, 7 unique packages. Where do you even start with something like that?
Yeah, that's a good question. For us, we're walking an interesting line between when you work with Disney, you kind of pick a path between doing a studio film looking thing or something that's more rooted in classics. We really wanted to walk a line because I told you this story, but I waited in line for a Deadpool Wolverine popcorn bucket for 4 hours at the mall. I wanted to. It was fun. Again, like I'm really into this. These feel like moments. I like participating in these things, getting excited for the movie or the moment that it's gonna be. So in that time, it was more about like, well, how do we converge these paths? How do we take something that feels authentic and source material, being like the classic property that is Fantastic Four and the decades of history they've been around for? There's so many iterations of them, but of course, we're heading towards this really cool moment with Fantastic Four First Steps. I'm so excited to be in live action. How can you not take inspiration from what's canon in the MCU? What the costume designers did, what they're going to look like, who they're going to be, who's going to be in that movie, because we really, all the films are really based on aspects of iconic storylines that have happened in the comics. So me being a real fan and watching so many YouTube videos every night about what's going to be happening in the MCU, luckily we now work with Marvel, so we get a bit more insight. We wanted to try to find a way to split the middle and do a little bit of both, where it felt like, here's what's important in the Fantastic Four universe, but here's what's also kind of happening in the film and what's going to matter going forward, because it's exciting. You want to be, you want to root for the active player on your favorite team, and that's what is really happening. So it was really just picking the things that we knew mattered the most in Fantastic Four comic history, and that we kind of felt like would be relevant in MCU canon trajectory now and going forward. So it's a little bit of both. So we picked the characters that way. We also sort of tiered the rarity in the way that would really make sense. So do some of the things about the comics, the characters. Invisible Woman, she's invisible. I mean, kind of hard to find an invisible person. She's pretty rare. Doctor Doom, of course he's going to be rare because he might reappear down the line in another project of ours. If you see the lockup on the box, it's Marvel APC 1 that comes from the comic book, issue 1. This is Project 1, so in a way it's our first steps too with Marvel. So this is Project 1 in what will be a fun collectible series of projects into the future. And so, we had to think about all these things simultaneously, and the double blind component was something that was a huge risk. I mean, you build from the beginning. I mean, these packaging boxes, you don't normally do 7 shoes for a release that are all different. These are not colorways. No. This is not, let's pick a model. People are asking us online, what's the model? It has very little to do with the model. We picked the model that we could best completely redesign, and it's still
blank canvas model.
A blank canvas, like it's a vintage classic model that we like. So it has to be a nice shoe, but it's not about that. We're not taking like a Speed Cat and being like, let's make this Speed Cat look kind of like, Silver Surfer. That's not what we're doing. So it's really not about the model. It's about how we're making it feel like the character and like the toy from the 60s. So all these elements had to happen simultaneously. And so we're doing all the packaging, 7 different boxes with 4 different sleeves with an outer wrapper. I mean, everyone thought we were insane, or this is like an abnormal amount of work. It was the most complicated tech packs in like Penguin Puma's history. They were like, we've never, this is not a normal project like we've ever even attempted to do. But that's just kind of how our minds work. We want to do something that's really different and just feels like something you haven't seen before. So we often take that maximalist approach when we're doing, especially a footwear project, because you can. And we want it to feel sculptural, something you can display, something you can wear, something you can collect. So all these things had to work simultaneously. And obviously, eyes from Puma, Disney, Marvel all had it. It was a very challenging trip. But luckily, Disney had been so supportive the entire way, letting us do things that you normally wouldn't do on such a short time frame, too. This project actually came together pretty quickly. It was a crazy challenge. That's sort of a roundabout answer on how we chose the characters and how we came up with the packaging and why everything looks the way it does.
That was a great answer. Yeah, that's interesting insight. Yeah, I mean, having check marks from multiple different eyes. I mean, we've talked about that on some of your past collaborations. It's tricky when you're working with brands, especially when they have their image that's been in the comics since the 50s and 60s. And like, it's
totally
IP that's very important and billions of dollars on the line. So very good insight. I got to ask my elephant in the room question. When are the shoes coming? So it was a unique PR play, which I was a little hesitant to it initially, but
oh, I know.
The views speak for themselves. I mean, I think my video did 1 million on TikTok and like 500,000 on Instagram. I know Sess did almost 3 million on TikTok. Like,
Dude,
and you know what's a funny aspect about it is I didn't even think about this, but the first box that I unboxed was the Invisible Woman. And so everyone thought that the shoes were invisible. And that was
so
like the
funny.
whole, it was totally not planned, totally super ironic. And then everyone's like, by the end of the video, they're like, you're just unboxing boxes. But it got the hype going because nobody's seen anything on the shoes in a world where everything is leaked. I mean, everything gets out there.
Everything.
You see everything early. What's the plan with the shoes? I know the raffle's open if I'm not mistaken.
It is now open. We sort of like low-key beta launched the raffle, speaking on our website to just go down because we were seeing like an insane amount of engagement across the board. We're like, this could break our website. I can't deal with that. So we basically just did it in a low-key way. We're announcing it now. We will announce it. And we're really just breadcrumbing things out because, we want to build a story here. I mean, again, I keep using the word fun because we want this to be fun for people, not stressful, not negative. If you don't like it, that's fine. But yeah, so the shoes are coming, and it was all part of the design. Like the blind box concept was built in from the beginning. You had to start that way. The packaging and the shoes, I don't know which really took longer. Both were so hard to do. The double blind, that kind of came to me in the middle of the night, and I immediately hated myself for it. So I was like, well, there's no going back now. I like this idea too much. It goes in that concept of just no spoilers, with films. You don't want to know what happens. You don't want to see what takes place. You want to feel, you want to be surprised. Like that's when you have the best experiences. I actually did a ride, short detour. I watch ride videos too. I love theme parks. I love all things Disney. So I was at Shanghai Disneyland. I did the Pirates of the Caribbean ride there, not knowing anything about it. Spoiler alert, it's a very different ride. I mean, it's one of the best rides in the world. And I'm sure we've all had an experience where someone makes you watch a movie or you just see a movie where you didn't see a trailer, you know nothing about it. And it's like, it really stuck with you as being something almost way more impactful. Because expectation just does something to humans. Good or bad, it just changes things. So once I had this idea, I'm like, it kind of ties in film. Double blind is really weird and cool. Let's not show anyone the shoes. We also have a track record of doing such unique things. People have seen our work before. We do good work. Like that's what we do. It's always going to be something unexpected, something different, something that's like basically a luxury version of whatever it was. Even like our van shoe was, that retail price point, the cost it was to make, the materials didn't feel like a van shoe. It's the same case again here.
Mm-hmm.
So not showing them was kind of an insane gamble. Like I don't think anyone would go through all this work, make it happen, get it, the Disney, co-sign everything that's happening. You're in the movie, you're in all these eyes, and be like, yeah, I'm not going to show the shoes. It's actually all for the good of the consumer. It's truly at the end of the day, will be a more fun experience. You I did these shoes for fans, whether it's for me, what I would want, you'll be happy when you get them. They're insanely cool shoes, so I don't have to worry about that, and you'll thank me for it later. So like, wow, that was a much cooler experience. Hey, it's just, I also like doing something that hasn't been done. That's always a fun bonus. Like when I realized that was like an added like cherry on top, I was talking to a few people that were working on this. I'm like, this is not what people do. Like they usually like show the product when they're going to sell it.
Especially when you do seven different pairs.
Yeah. I'm like, that is true. People usually do that, but I just wanted to do it. And I guess, people are responding in a positive way, which you can only ever hope for online. Online's own ecosystem and world. It's a very negative place. But generally, I feel like we try to bring out the best in people because they see like we have good intentions. We're really doing it for everyone else. So yeah, that's how that came about. It's a weird idea, but I'm loving how it's unfolding. And it's not something that we're going to turn into like a trend. We're not going to be doing this every single time. That would become kitschy and weird. We want these projects to feel different every time, and they will scale in different ways as we explore subsequent projects. Because it really, to us, like each release really is dictated by the conceptual reality of what makes sense for that project. And for us, this one, multiversal story, multiversal moment. Let's go into the multiverse blind. Let's just do it that way and see what happens.
So the first time people will see shoes is when they get them delivered.
Yeah. I mean, as long as nothing actually leaks, because like that has been, as you know, a problem. There's so many people involved in this thing, and in any project. There's
Especially when it
infinite
takes
amount of
onto
people.
its own lifespan online.
So many different people. I wouldn't be devastated if something leaked. To me, it's like you don't know if it's real. You know if that's what it really looks like, and it's crazy too. I mean, that's why I love working with you and just different people to showcase things, because everything looks so different in every photo and in person. And like something about our product in general, across the board, t-shirt, it's a shoe, whatever it is, we have the unique situation where we make really good products. It always looks better in person. It's actually hard to make our stuff look good. There's so many details, and it's just, and there's so many reactive elements, whether it's like a transparent opal or a holographic layer. Like we created fabrics for these shoes. Like we, not on like a factory knit level, we did it in like our own DIY way, where we sewed layers together to create new illusions. So it's like, how do you photograph that? It's very hard. So even if something leaks, it'll still be a surprise people receive it in hand.
You mentioned the amazing reaction online. I've talked about the views already. I've seen a ton of solid comments online. I do got to ask, a big one that I've seen, and I've seen a few videos on it as well, as people are comparing it to the Kith Marvel collection with Asics and the similarities to that. And I wanted to get it from the spout. I was curious your thoughts on it. Is this in its lane of its own, and the double blind element to that, and just hear your words on it?
Yeah, completely. You know, we actually were a collaborator with Kith, one of the few. We work with them. I mean, our last project with them was last year.
Yep.
So I pay attention to what Kith's doing. I actually don't look at things online necessarily. I don't really look at comments outside of our own our own pages. So I try not to get influence or hear what's going on, because I just don't want to know. It's better that we stay focused on what we're doing and keep a head down. And obviously working with Disney and Marvel, they tell you what's going on. They advise you. I mean, they don't say, oh, hey, someone's doing this, but across the board, there's even a PSA element to this, which they've been trying to work with us for years. Because we really wait for what we feel like is the best moment to do something. We're not a big company. I don't have insane overhead, so I don't have to do things just to do them.
There's two of you.
We can really be selective. There's two of us. So we have the luxury of being able to say, oh, PSA wants to work with us. Let's hold for the perfect moment. But across the board, with the various partners that are involved in this project that are still yet to be unveiled, everyone's like, oh, this is so different than what they did. And I was like, oh, that's great. But for me, when we have an original idea, like this must have been 2020. Like that's when this idea came to us. So we're not going to lie to anyone about that. And if you look at our work, it's very different from Kith. Even how we're doing this, like I didn't look at Kith's release and be like, all right, let's make it different. Let's do something that doesn't feel like that. We had this idea and we kind of knew how we wanted to do it. Even just coinciding with the films, that's just a very different approach. Of course, there's similarities. It's shoes, blind boxes, but
yeah,
you know, in fashion, in design, in everything, there's just overlap. People have similar trains of thoughts, similar ideas at similar times, certain feelings. You know, back when I was at the end of Outsiders, people would ask that designer Scott all the time. They'd be like, how does everyone have the same color fabric? Like, how's the color of the season? Every time, it's like, do you guys get together? It's like, no, fabric mills are doing something. There's like, when you have a brand or you're creative, you get feelings. You kind of just like want to do something for a reason. So we had this feeling in 2020. It took us longer to get there. Ronnie clearly had a feeling about something at some point too. So there's that general sense of that zeitgeist that people like us that are leading culture or creating product for society, like you have to have that foresight. We're just slower to do it, so we just do it when the time is right for us. So knowing that we had this idea before Blind Box, before anyone besides Sanrio was making figures and blind boxes, we know we didn't copy anyone, and it's our own idea. So of course there'll be similarities, but you'll also see the product is very different. We're very different brands, so we collaborate with Kith, so we bring something very different to the table. And this is an authentic vision that we wanted to do. And I think as it starts to unfold even further, people will see how different it truly is. So that's my response to it. I hope people are happy with that response. But regardless, this is for fans that probably want both things. It's like, to me, if you're a fan of Marvel, this is great. You want more Marvel stuff out there that's good. This is a win for everyone that's invested and interested in Marvel. Yeah.
I'm just excited to see the shoes. I mean, like, I'm stoked about it. The packaging kind of like blew me away, and especially like I'm already on the hunt for a Silver Surfer. Like I'm like in the Doom. Like I got my eyes set, so I'm very excited for it. Yes, yes.
It's just such a different experience. Even when I saw the photos, like we finally shot it, I was like, oh, that's cool. It's like I was saying earlier, products are cool in pictures, but the boxes in hand, and I'll never forget when I first received them. I'm like, wow, this is a product. The 7 of them, even one of them, it's different.
It's hard to explain like what it is. It's like it's a display case for the shoes, and I love the translucent element that you did there too. And yeah, I'm just excited. Do you have anything else you want to tell everybody, get people excited for?
Man, I appreciate the support. I'm happy everyone's happy with what we're putting out. That makes me feel good because, like, you know, who else are we doing this for? It's like for us, like people that think similarly, but it's like, you know, we're not manufacturing all these things. We're having a brand just for personal exploration. It's definitely for the, you know, everyone that cares and wants to be involved. And stay tuned for the rest. We've only unveiled like a fraction of the apparel, which is insane. So
that was a whole nother element I didn't even see coming at all. So
no one really expected it, and you know, we're really approaching the apparel in a totally different way too. We're sort of showing the more obvious stuff first, but we're going to start to explore. It's like, well, what if, you know, these characters, we made like their outfits, but like period correct, almost as a fan in the 60s. You know when people like bootleg merch for someone, or almost like make like in like the 60s, I'll make like a Beatles tribute jacket, like with chains in the back, and like John Lennon might have worn it or something. That's the world we're going to be playing in, where it's like, well, what if this, so we don't want us to do costume design. We're not going to recreate the characters' outfits. That's not, it doesn't really mean much. You can go buy a suit anywhere. You got to put your touch on it. You got to put the Marvelness in it. You got to make it fantastic. So all of that is coming, which I'm really excited for people to see, because there's just different stages to this entire project, and it's going to translate. I'm excited to see people's reaction. It's going to be fun.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And
of course, man.
You'll be able to listen to the episode Friday. So,
Brad, thanks for taking part, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you so much. All right, so now you just listen to that. Definitely drop your comments, thoughts. You can do it on Spotify, YouTube, even our Instagram, whatever. I'm curious to hear what people think about it, because he had a couple of really good points to it. Very interesting take on it. So, another crazy interview that we got. So pretty cool there.
Yeah, dude.
We do have some other sneaker news that we got to cover as well.
One more thing before we move on to that. Here in the next like week or so, I think I'm going to start just a Beyond Kicks Discord group. So whenever we have guests, we'll drop the names in there. And if there's any questions that you guys want us to ask them, be sure to, you know, leave them in the Discord. And, you know, it'll be just better overall. And I feel like the questions will be solid. So we'll see. I'm going to mess around with it and just see what works at the end of the day. Q&As for us, Q&As for guests. Go over pickups, and we can even use it for gaming. Use Discord chat for gaming. Why
there
not?
You go.
Yeah.
There you go.
What we got in the sneaker news?
I like the idea. More Anthony Edwards. I'm kind of getting a little tired of it, honestly.
Damn.
The AE2. We got an official first wear test, I guess, of a shoe. Somebody got their hands on a pair. Blue, white, black, little lime green. They did a full video on it. You can check it out on Instagram. What do you think on these?
I think honestly, they look better than like the leaked images did. You know, we've been seeing them for months now. They look really good on foot. This colorway, although it's not like my favorite, you know, if you live in Minnesota, like this is a hit for me, it's all right. It's all right. I did see someone post like a ton of leaked pairs. It was probably like 8 or so. And I was just swiping through all of them. Half of them I would probably go for, but we'll see. And they're releasing like when? October 25th? Something like that?
Sometime in the fall. Yep.
It says on the post. And I was like, damn, like that's pretty soon. I'm excited. I think it'll be fun. What do you think about
October
these?
25th.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Sooner than I expected, but
70
it's time.
grams lighter than the AE1, this says. That's interesting. So that's definitely going to be more on the performance side. Traction, 8 out of 10. This guy rated it. Cushion, 8 out of 10. In hand, they look pretty solid. Some carbon fiber elements on the back heel. The outsole looks really wide. They look heavier than the one, but apparently they're lighter. So I don't know. I think a big portion of the weight is getting removed with that side panel not being all plastic or whatever the case material that they have, and it's more of a mesh and fabric. So I like that. I don't know. I feel like this is going to be such a shoe that's colorway dependent. Like this colorway is not really doing it for me. It's very scattered.
Yeah, that's true. And they look way more performance based. They just have that sleek sort of like I'm going fast look to them. It'll be cool. I'm definitely excited to see them just on court moving forward because that would be nice. The AE1s are cool. Love that shoe, but time to switch it up. These I'm excited for though.
Side note here, Shohei just hit another homer in the first inning.
That's crazy. That dude's a beast.
I think that's 6 or 7 games straight. That's one in every game in the series. Fifth game straight with a home run. First time in his career. Bro's on a tear. Yeah, I don't. It'd be a really cool colorway, especially with the carbon fiber elements that I'm seeing on the back. Bro, just give us an all black, matte black, all black. They already do the sock liner with that.
Mm-hmm.
We need an all black. Maybe you could do the bottom of the outsole white. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just we need we need better colorways, I think. Like couple of pickups this week of some AE1s, and the colorways are just kind of, they started off hot, good storytelling. Yeah. I think like by the time we got to the Knicks gift, it was like after that it was like slow down a little bit.
It's reaching the end of the life cycle, and that's okay. Like, so it is what it is.
And honestly, I think I'm tired of seeing leaked images of these. I think Adidas just put the promo trailer out, get him wearing them. Let's see some cool marketing assets, get us hyped. It's a couple months away. That's where I'm at. Like, let's see the official thing. Everyone knows what it looks like. Like, this leak does not help it at all, I don't think. Like, this full review leak, not a good thing. So
it is kind of weird,
I don't know.
Right? It is kind of weird to see a leak like that. But they should send them to you instead. But that's just me.
I'm Adidas. I would love to. I have every pair. I have samples. I have stuff that I can't even show the internet because you told me I can't show the internet. That's sitting right there. Like, I have multiple signed pair. Like, Adidas, get me a pair early, please.
Come on, man.
I've even put cleats on them. I've had them in the MLB. Come on, Adidas.
Hopefully soon. I'm sure they'll show up sooner rather than later.
I hope. It's another thing. It's like the Shy. Like, I need it in my hand. I'm tired of looking at it on the podcast. I'm tired of talking about it every week, in and out, for months on months. I just want to get it in hand and get it on foot so then I can get my final opinion on it. And maybe it'll grow. Maybe I'll like it on foot more than I liked it on, like, I don't know.
And the Shays drop September 1st, I think is what they said. So it's almost a month away. So
I might need to dig into your Mr. Converse over there. I might need to dig in to get a pair of those.
Yeah. Once they reach out and tell me, I'll forward the message along.
I want to see you unbox a pair. Like, I want to see somebody that I know get a pair and like explain their thoughts on it. Besides, like, because like you go to an event and stuff, it's hard because it's like promo and you can't like talk. You don't have it in your office. You can't film it the way you want it. Like,
Yeah.
I want to see somebody get a pair in hand. And the same with the AE2s. It's like, let's get them out there, man. So
Yeah. Especially at an event, dude. Like, you really only get it for a few minutes, if that. And you're just quickly looking over everything, being like, oh, this is cool. This is cool. This is cool. That's really about it. I want to style them, dude. I want to know how to like actually rock them. Like that would be fun. So hopefully in the next few weeks, we'll get some shays. But moving on.
I do have to drop a disclaimer too. I'm a little on edge right now. I've had little sleep. It is currently 82 degrees in our house. Our air conditioner's out. It is corn heat season right now is what they call it in the Midwest. We grow too much corn that the humidity levels get ridiculous. So it is like the Everglades in Minnesota right now. It's been raining. It's 85 degrees outside. It's very hot. I have a fan right here that I just brought. I just had to go, bro, I'm going to spew for a second.
Do it. Go off.
Xfinity internet is the biggest joke in the world.
Honestly,
we've had Xfinity internet for 2 years now. 2 years. We've had Xfinity for 2 years. We pay $60 a month. We get 800 megabytes, whatever download speed, $60. Well, last month it went to 75. So I'm like, all right, well, what the hell? What's going on? Sure enough, we got charged 75 again this month. So I was like, you know what? Today is the day I'm going to go deal with these suckers. I've had no sleep. I don't want to be at home. I just was at the coffee shop. It's pouring rain out. Like, I'm going to go deal with them. And first of all, I went to T-Mobile because fed up with T-Mobile. We pay $160 a month. We have our phones paid off, and it's like it's too much money. I'm tired of it. Nothing I can do there.
True.
Xfinity. Go to Xfinity. I walk in the door. I'm like, hey, I have a billing issue. And they're like, what's your billing issue? I'm like, our bill went up $15 last month. He's like, oh yeah, you were renting the modem. I'm like, what are you talking about? We've had Xfinity for 2 years. He said, the first 2 years were free, and now you are paying monthly to rent the modem from us. I'm like, what? So I'm like, all right, so you rent something, like how much to buy the modem so we don't have to pay $15 a month every year. He said, you can't. You only can rent it. I said, what? How does that make sense? So this is an eternal rent that you cannot buy out. So I will pay $15 a month until I'm in the grave as long as I have Xfinity, and you cannot buy it out. And he's like, I'm like, this just got tacked on, renting the modem after 2 years of having this thing for free. Now it's a rent cost that you cannot buy out and get done with it because I hate monthly subscriptions. I hate monthly payments. Just let me buy it out. He's like, well, you can go buy your own modem and return this one, and then the $15 will go away. So I said, this is a joke. I'm going to Best Buy. I'll be back later today. So I walked into Best Buy. I went and bought a new modem that I'm going to hook up after this. I'm sitting there looking at modems. This guy walks up to me. He starts looking at the same thing. I'm like, what are you here for? He's like, I'm getting rid of Xfinity. I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, they started charging me $15 this month. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly why I'm here. So me and this guy had a conversation for 10 minutes about how big of a joke Xfinity is.
Yep.
Eventually he's like, okay, there's some on this wall. Like, he was helping me out. And then I'm like, all right, I don't know what to get. So I called a worker over. He's like, do you have Xfinity? I'm like, yep. He's like, did you just start getting charged? I'm like, yep. He's like, all right, this is what you're getting. This is what you're getting. I was like, this is unbelievable. So Xfinity, I'm done with you. I'm going to keep your internet, but what a joke. You just tack this on after 2 years. So I'm fired up today.
They do suck, dude. I have them as well. I don't think I've hit the 2 year mark, but I've been with them.
Oh, just wait till you do.
I've been with them over a year, and I still cannot even access my Xfinity like account. I've gone into the store. You might be getting charged
stuff you don't even know about.
No. I have to pay my bill over the phone every month. Actually, I pay it every 2 months because then I get an email and they're like, hey, you missed your payment. Also, here's last month's payment. And I have to literally go into the phone, go through all these little things and pay it. I've been into the store 4 different times and I'm like, can you help? And they're like, oh, and then they try and help, and then they're like, "Oh no, I guess no, we can't really do that.
What
You'll
a
have to
joke.
call."
What a
Like,
joke.
They suck.
So we got Fiverr coming soon, and when the second that comes, I'm getting that because I'm just fed up with Xfinity.
That's so funny. Xfinity, come sponsor the podcast.
No, I don't care if they pay us $100,000. I'm not working with them. Quote me. If you ever hear an Xfinity ad on this podcast, please immediately stop listening because we're frauds if we're working with Xfinity. So there's my
so
rant
true,
for the day.
True.
In
was a good
other
one.
news, JJJJound is finally doing a good shoe.
Ouch. Ouch. These are good, though. I like both of these. On the Salomon XT6, dude. Let's go.
2 different models, too. We have an all black with the colorful Salomon hits, but instead of Salomon, it says JJJound on the tongue, which I love. And then we have a royal blue with yellow accents.
Yep. I don't know which I like more. I think I'd be fine with either. Honestly. The yellow's fun.
And JJJound on the back heel.
Gotta have that. Gotta have
I don't know which one I like either. The black looks really nice with the Salomon on the back heel, the JJJound in the red. Like it feels like a race car. Are these going to be ridiculous retail?
No, I wouldn't think. Like they didn't change materials or anything. It's probably going to be what, 180, 160. I don't even know what the XT6 retails for. It could be 200.
160-ish, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I know they're like up there, but I don't know. If I'm using the shoe for its like intended purpose and like hiking and being outside, I think the black pair is probably the best because you'll just keep it clean for longer. But if I'm wearing it like on the go, on the streets, traveling, the other pair just looks fun.
I agree. Yeah, I have multiple pairs of the XT6. I have the XT4. I love them. The End collaboration, that's one that I wore into the ground on the road trip. I have the white pair that's cooked. I've never had a black pair, so that's kind of the only thing that's intriguing to me. The problem is I just have too many good runner vibe shoes that I think I'd get these and I'd probably wear them a few times. So I don't know if I can justify paying for them and paying the retail of 160 or whatever the case is. It's clean. It's another Salomon. Like besides the little JJJJound element, it's basically a GR. So it's clean though. I like it. It's the better of what JJJJound has put out. Better than those Pumas that you just reviewed.
I kind of like those. I don't know why. I don't know if I'll ever wear them. We'll see. I may wear them today.
You already did wear them in the review.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Review, took some photos. That's about it.
Fair enough. We also got a pretty cool one here. This is the EYBL Jordan 3 for the basketball league. A little sample review. Or first look, whatever you want to call it. It's basically think of the Chris Paul Jordan 1, but then turn it into a Jordan 3. So you have the translucent outsole, little suede hit. And then you have like this LSD tie-dye look, like crazy. Like I feel like I'm tripping out looking at the back heel and the back midsole. Very cool looking.
Yeah, these don't do anything for me. I'm just like, whatever. I mean,
Nothing?
It's basically nothing at all. I saw these and I was like, scroll, like right on past them. They're just pure monies with some tie-dye look to them. I don't know. It's not for me. Colors look
I kind of
cool.
like them. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. I mean, you do you. What is that? Oh, a sample tag. I don't even know.
Yep. Sample tag.
That's cool.
Yeah. This one
Sure.
might be, I don't know. I know we talked about this last week, the Fragment Union.
We didn't
Jordan
talk
went
about it
high.
last week. Talked about it in clips. So we haven't
We
even
did. True.
dove into it. Yeah. So finally got an actual first look at the Union highs with Fragment. Way better than the leaked fake samples, whatever the hell we saw with the triple white midsole. Like those were
Way better.
gross. These look how you would expect them to look with a. I think the only thing that's throwing me off, what is the upper of this? I guess it's like the metallic, the navy metallics, right? With the navy.
What do you mean the upper?
Yeah, the navy like Jumpman Air Jordan logo.
It's just a neutral gray high, isn't it?
I mean, I guess, but the neutral grays
It's just
don't have
it's
the navy. It's throwing me off.
I guess, yeah. It's got the white leather with the raw finish and then white suede. So
yeah, I don't know. I like these. We talked about it in the clip. If you saw it on Instagram, I don't even know if it's live yet.
Has not been posted yet, but
yeah, next few days. But it just feels like the hype beast final boss shoe. That's like you see anyone wearing this and you're like, oh, cool. You're that kind of guy. I think the shoe's cool for some reason. I don't know. I typically stay away from those type of shoes because I think they're kind of corny. But that's just me. Yeah, I would wear these though. I think they look good.
All right. I've never been a big Royal fan, but I do like the white on top. I think that's really clean. It almost looks like a Royal Low.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's true.
Kind of a goat photo here with Jeff Staple.
That's true.
Shoes. Yeah. But yeah, I mean they're all right. Problem is I bought the last collaboration, paid way too much for it, and now it's not going for anything, and I haven't worn them. Like I've put them on a couple of times and they're still like not that broken in feel. Like the woven unions I wore right away when I was in LA. I wore them like the week they dropped to the Factory Lab launch party of the Hydro Mox, and really clean player. Once you broke them in, they felt really good, and I've worn those a bunch since. But this pair, it's still got that stiff feel. So this, like you can see the sample pair that we're looking at, they've been worn. The leather looks really nice, really plush. They look comfortable. Even the little fragment on the back heel is pretty crazy. So, yeah.
People will like them.
There you go.
They'll sell out. I'll tell you that.
They probably will. Another shoe that's sold out that we're going to talk about here now that is reselling right now. I just looked at them today. The Jordan 40, the first colorway sold out, and it's reselling for like $250 on StockX.
Oh, that's nice. It's not too bad. It's
okay. Yeah. So we have another colors coming. The one we're looking at right now is the Dusty Rose, and the official images look like it's completely suede and it's water stained. I don't know if that's just me seeing that.
No, the side panel's patent leather.
Maybe yes, that is what the conclusion was once I got to like the third image. But like this image, if you like, I thought it was suede with water damage. I'm not gonna lie.
It does look like that though. I don't know. It's
Doesn't
so hard
it?
to photograph that.
Impossible to photograph patent leather.
The Dusty Rose does not do it to me. I do not think this should have been the second or third colorway they dropped of this shoe. You know,
the back heel hit looks pretty clean. I like the little fade. I like it because they went with a very unisex color right off the rip. They went black, white, sail, and the inside of the tongue, like very easy. Now they're bringing in the pink, which I would say leans more on the feminine side. WNBA has been really hot this year. Like I hope to see these in a couple of games. I know Nafisa Collier, I think I'm saying that name correct, the Minnesota Lynx current MVP runner. She's with Jordan Brand, and so this might be a shoe that she's wearing just because she's been playing crazy right now, and I know she's been wearing them, and they've done some promo around her. So I don't mind the colorway choice. And then they kind of flipped it too, because we're getting another one in the blue suede, which is kind of like a gender reveal pack. We got the pink, we got the blue. The blue suede's got more of a black up top. We have the semi-translucent outsole, and then blue suede. And this one is super clean.
I just think for the pink one, if they used that same color blocking they did on the blue and the initial white pair, it'd look kind of better. I have the white pair right beside me, dude. These are sick. I am very surprised by how much I like these. So this blue one I think is really sick too. But you know, I just want to see more. I want to see more.
Yep.
Give us all of it. When I was at ASW and they showed us the shoe, photos of it, they showed us some really cool mock-ups of future colorways that were way more exciting than these. So,
all right. Well, insider info from Mr. Seth himself.
oh yeah.
Good deal. I like to hear it.
Mm-hmm. What else? Anything
ooh.
else?
Yes, a couple more. I have not seen this at all. Mr. Salehe Bembury. New Balance 1000.
Fog be the cloud. What a name. That's funny. I don't like these. And I don't like saying that. I'm just like, they don't look good.
Really?
I don't know, man. They look like a frog or something. I don't, the shades of all the colors. You got this like blue patent leather-ish siding with a blue mesh base, green midsole, more like salmon on the tongue and laces. Just, it looks like an Action Bronson shoe, dude. Like, I feel like they're too similar now.
So, yes, I agree. It does have, it's more, I had to Google other Salehe New Balances just to get an idea, because the Salehe New Balances, yes, they're very colorful, but they have like a general color theme. Like the orange pair was one of the big ones. Majority of it's orange, probably 90% of it. We've had a purple pair. We have a teal pair. The Lava series was kind of a one-off deal. Then you look at this pair, and I think you're getting the Action Bronson vibe because there's so many different color choices in this that it makes it look like an Action Bronson, where it's not a Salehe. Because I could see the Salehe elements, like the cork insole, the green suede, just some of the color choices. But then you look at like a Action Bronson, and it's like there's just so many different colors pushed together where it's not like a general theme. And that's, I totally get what you're saying there.
I think it's that first 990 V6 that Action Bronson did. I like see these and I'm like, it feels familiar. Although we've never seen this before. It's like, something about it. But I don't know.
Even the 1906, the yellow pair.
Mm-hmm.
Let me find the picture that he, this pair.
Yeah. The like
this
friends
pair
and family.
compared to this pair is very similar.
That's so true.
I don't know. I mean, you can't say Action Bronson's patented the color design either. So it's like, it's another like ABC Marvel deal, like same thing. Like,
that's true.
You don't like the shoe though?
I don't think, like, if I walked into a New Balance flagship store and these were sitting on shelves, I wouldn't think twice about picking them up. I'd just be like, walk right by, and I'd probably pick up a GR. Like, I don't know. They're fine. Would you buy these?
No.
Yeah.
No, I think the main color being like a lightish blue that I'm just not a big blue guy. I think if the entire, like if you switch the blue and the green, if the majority of the shoe was green, I'd be all in on him. Cause I really like the New Balance logo that he went with, the little pink tag. Like I objectively, I like it. It's just the majority of it's blue, and it just doesn't work for me, at least. I don't know.
I get that. If it was like
I think it's cool.
Dark moss green with that salmon on the upper, I think would look so good. So good.
Yep.
But we'll see. We'll definitely see.
I think, you know what, the more I look at this, it's like the midsole and the toe cap is green, and then the rest of it's blue. And then there's a few different hints of colors. But like, if the whole thing was blue or the whole thing was green, I think we'd be saying it's a Salehe shoe, not an Action Bronson. I think it's the clash of the blue and green is like the majority of the shoe, and then it's the pops of color here and there. But
yeah,
not bad, not bad. This is another one I just tossed in here right now, just because I've been on a huge Salomon New Balance ASIC kick. I just saw this on Hypebeast, the AMA, AMA, not Ama Manir, but AMA, Salomon is doing a collab on the XT Whisper. Really cool promo images.
Yeah.
Orange base with white uppers, and the photos are sick. It's like they're under the sea is basically what the shoe's called. So
Yeah. I like these a lot. Whoever the founder, designer, I guess Ama, whoever, I'm just not super familiar, so I'm sorry if she's very mainstream and everyone
I'm
knows who
not
she
either.
is.
That's why I wanted to kind of put some light on it, because I've never the British singer-songwriter Ama.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So how would I know that? I know
Yeah. I don't know.
Central C. That's it. So
Valid. But I think it was like Hypebeast or one of them reposted a photo that she took of just her casually wearing the shoe, sitting in like a chair. Like it was just like she took it on her phone. And that's how I first saw them. And immediately I was like, these are actually like really sick. They're really sick. I think they're cool.
Very simple, but just work.
Yeah. It's one of those, like if you're wearing a basic like workout outfit or you're just running around, this is a good pop of color that I think would tie everything together. I think they're cool. Retail 170. Up there?
Little steep. Steep. All right. What do you got for pickups? Anything new? It's been kind of 2 weeks, so.
Dude, it has. And I may be forgetting some stuff. I know some of this I think you got too, but I got the Dawn issue 7s. Very cool shoe. Very, very cool shoe. I loved your video on it, just breaking down like the little nubs and everything. Have I posted a review on these? I don't think I have. It's drafted.
I saw you posted I thought you were going to post it the same day I did, the day they launched, because I know you had a story post of like 3 shoes you were reviewing. That was one of them. I was like, I got to beat Seth out today. That was kind of my thinking. And then you never posted it. But
we do that a lot. Or I'll see you get something in and I'm like, oh God, I got to get in the studio now.
Bro, it's the same. Like you look at all the tech guys. It's like the second the new Samsung Z Fold drops, it's like I saw 9 reviews in a row. Like
100%.
I just saw that, bro. I was looking at that phone in T-Mobile. That thing is nuts. That new Samsung Z Fold or whatever they call it.
Oh, yeah.
It makes
They're
my
crazy.
iPhone feel like a ancient object.
That's so true, though. I'd be like, yeah, it's very, very tech heavy. I did shoot the review, just haven't posted it yet. I'm to the point now where I have 3 videos drafted. I'm like ahead of schedule now. I had a great Monday and Tuesday. That was a great feeling.
And it's the best feeling ever to have actually be ahead of schedule on stuff.
Instead of always being behind where I'm just like drowning in projects I got to knock out. This one's done. Very cool shoe. I like them. I don't know if you were able to. I wasn't even able to zip them up all the way when they were on my foot. I may have to go up to like a 10, but very cool shoe.
I could. Definitely a snug fit.
Then we got the Jordan 40 that we were just talking about. Dude, when I opened these, I was low-key kind of pissed, dude. The box they sent me was like ripped, so like it flipped open. And I was like, what the heck? Like, that's lame. I don't really care about the box all that much, but I was like, oh, that's lame. Then I opened the shoes, and you know how you get a pair of shoes and you know, like, they've been owned before or opened because the box paper all at the bottom and the shoes are just laying in them like that. That's how the shoes were. And I was like, again, okay, like, cool. I mean, they sent them to me, so I'm not going to like complain. And then like even the text where it says Air Zoom right here is completely rubbed off. The traction had been worn. Like you could tell, like there was dirt on them. And I was like, for real?
Maybe they ran out of fresh pairs. They had to send you the test samples.
I don't know if you can see, but there's like on the heel, like I cleaned them off a little bit because I was walking on the backdrop, but they left tread marks all over my backdrop. And I was like, the hell? Like, fine. But yeah, I was kind of bummed. But quality, materials, banger. Very, very impressive shoe. Nothing but good things to say. They are a little snug, so I should have got a 10. But hey, what are you going to do? JJJJound Puma Mastro, Charlie's favorite shoe. I don't know how the hell I feel about these, dude. Really narrow. The quality's nuts. Like they literally come with like the genuine leather like stickers on the insoles, talking about like just all the materials they used. The suede is sick. The leather sock liner, leather tongue, very, very cool. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna wear them. We'll see.
I love the look of them. I just hate the feel of them on my foot. That's the only problem I have.
Yeah, and like they fit, so we'll see. And like I said in my video, that video went live today. Like, there's no cushion. It's literally just the spikes and the ground.
Yep.
So
It's very
it's
raw.
gonna take some getting used to. If you've been following me and watched my stories, I've been wearing these a decent amount to the gym. The Adidas Adi Star Control 5. Very sturdy shoe. Like, it's not as cushioned as I was kind of hoping it would be. It does use a ton of different foams. There's a freaking air bubble in the side. Adidas sent these out to like a ton of people, which I thought was kind of cool. Very
I've
breathable
seen a lot
mesh.
of people with those. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not the colorway I wanted. Like they obviously I'm not into black shoes, but Marine from Pitch Blend sent me a text. She was like, "Hey, we're sending you over something. We love you." And I was like, "Okay, thanks." And I looked up the other colors and I was like, not my favorite, but the ones that KO got look better because his are blue. But it's a cool shoe. I've been wearing it to the gym, like I said, and it seems solid. So I think that's it. I do have my like shoes from the Adidas baseball Moon Derby thing. They sent me home with a pair of cleatless versions of those. They're in a box somewhere. They're dope. They're dope. I think that's really it, though. What about you? I'm sure you got a few.
I do have a few.
Let's see.
Do you have any idea what this is?
No, I don't think so. Wait, does that
It's
say
an End
Y3 on it?
collaboration. It does.
Did End do something with Y3?
They did.
What? Oh, wait. I think I've seen photos of those. Those are crazy, actually. They're ugly
Yeah,
as
it's
hell, but they're
very,
kind of sick.
I can see you through them.
That's tight. Dude, I've wanted a pair of Y3s for so long. I have a hat from them. That's it. But retail
Pretty
price,
interesting. Pretty interesting.
nuts.
Yeah, there's no retail on here.
I guarantee it was 300 plus, which is
I have no idea.
I'm gonna look it up while you
Cool
pull
shoe.
up some other stuff.
Next one, this one I hit on. Hyped about these. I've already worn them, but I had to put them back in the box so I didn't destroy them before I actually post content on them. Boom.
Smart.
Here we go.
Damn. Did you hit them up to get those?
Nope. I entered the raffle.
Oh, really?
And
I thought you
somehow
could
I
only
hit.
get those at the store. I didn't even know they were raffling those. That's crazy.
They had an online raffle. This was the so I'm looking at the Invincible A6. What is this? The Nimbus 10.1, I believe. Same model
Yes.
as the Vandy the Pinks. Yeah, this was the Invincible colorway exclusive. I think they're reselling for like $400 or $500.
I'm sure.
$350 to $400, I think. Interesting note, they have a translucent toe box, which is kind of an interesting detail, which it's a very roomy toe box. So unless you put your toes up, you can't see your toes, but very comfortable. Love these.
Those are cool. I do really like those a lot.
Couple pairs of AE1s. This pair I finally got a pair of. Year of the
I
Snakes.
like those. Yeah.
AE1
They're not
lows. A lot of really cool details to them. The upper material is pretty crazy. Yeah, retailers finally got them. They were really delayed.
That's not surprising.
This one,
though.
brand new Nike model. Review coming very, very, very soon. The AVA Roamer. Or Rover.
What do you think? Have you tried those yet?
They're sick, dude. They're
Yeah,
sick.
they look cool.
The midsole is wild. They remind me a lot of the React X's from a couple years ago. It's very similar materials, very similar vibe. But they do have React X foam in the middle of the entire midsole. So they're really comfortable. I've tried them on. And then this colorway looks like the Back to the Future mags a little bit. So
yeah, that's true. I've been wanting to try those. Back to the Y3s though, by the way, they're on Saks Fifth Avenue right now for $400. Yeah.
$400?
That's what they retail for. I couldn't even find that colorway online.
Bro, if they're really?
Yeah, they're like high fashion.
And Y2.
Y3.
What are they, Y3, Y2?
Y3. I didn't even see the end one.
Oh my
I don't know if
gosh.
they just
they're
got them.
Buy now on StockX for $396.
That's crazy.
I have no
Crazy,
idea. Nobody
Yeah.
has any bids on them though.
Makes sense. It's a
All right, review
very
coming soon on
niche,
those.
very niche market.
Kobe's. Kobe. These might be a return. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
I hit on the WNBAs, the Kobe 6. Objectively, I don't know. Maybe a return. These might just sit in the box for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Objectively, this shoe is sick. It's super cool. And every time I get an opportunity to buy a Kobe 6, I buy them. Like the sale pair, I bought those. The reverse Grinches, I bought those. The Kobe 8 What Those, I bought those. Because I know at some point I'm going to wear them. The problem is Kobe 6s don't fit my foot very well until I really break them in. And
Yeah.
maybe it's just childhood, always wanting Kobe 6s. Maybe it's just like, it's just one of those things. I keep getting the pairs and then I never wear them. So I got to start wearing my Kobe 6s. This pair, honestly, I think God, it just looks so good, dude. Like,
It does. Like it visually, great shoe. All that like highlighter orange with the metallic swoosh and translucent
it's
outsole.
such a good, bro. The translucent
dope.
outsole is literally me. Like, I love that. Like,
Yeah.
they'll be in a box for at least until the winter, until I play some pickup basketball. But
I like that. That's a good one though. That's definitely a good one.
lastly, boom, another one, another 81. The this is like the color I'm talking about. I'm like, what are we doing here? Like the lime colorway that just came out. It's like puke yellow green. And the green on the back heel is sick, and the laces they included are sick. That's such a good tone.
Yeah.
This, like the color blocking and the black and like,
I like it, but I feel like it's an
the toe
on-court
box,
shoe.
like,
That's an on-court shoe all day. Like casually.
no,
know,
you can't wear
eh.
this casually. You'd be
No.
a psycho if you wore that casually.
Dude, what's crazy, I've been seeing more and more AE1 lows in the wild, and like that's been nice. At Braves games, see them all the time. When I was at the gym this morning, there's always like people playing on the court at LA Fitness and two
Mhm.
people hooping in lows. One of them was the year
I
of the
believe it.
snake that you just showed. I
They're
was like,
cheap now too, so
yeah, like people are buying them, which is cool to see. So
there you go.
I like that.
That'll do it for this week. Kind of a longer episode. Again, thank you so much for everyone that supported last week's episode. Whoever you guys comment, I mean, that's the cool thing about us being in the industry for a couple of years now is we built a lot of really cool connections, and we do have access to quite a few cool people. I've saw some comments that our interviewing skills need to get better, which that'll only happen with repetition. So if you guys drop some names in the comments of people you want to see on the podcast and hear thoughts and questions you want to ask them, if you are like, here's the person I want you to get on the podcast and here's the 10 questions I want you to ask them, there's a very good possibility it will happen. So voice your opinion, because this is the podcast for the people. We just sit here and chat once a week and talk about our shoes, and then we think there's a cool person we like, we want to get on the podcast to talk about it. So clearly you like the guests. Brendan was awesome last week. I'm very excited for him. So let us know.
Very true. Looking forward to that. And keep an eye out for the Discord announcement. It'll be literally open to the public. So if anyone wants to join, more than welcome to. Me and Charley, I mean, I haven't brought this up to him at all, but we'll both be
This
in
is
there.
the first time hearing about the Discord, by the way, for
We'll
everyone.
both
This
be
is
in
the
there.
Second time. Earlier in the episode was the first time I heard about it, but
we'll both be in there chatting, whatever it is. So if there's anything you want to run by us or just random, conversations or pickups you guys have, we'd love to see them. Let's just have a landing place for the community. And shout out to the Soul Brothers podcast. They started a Discord, I guess like 2 months ago, and I'm in there, and it's a lot of fun. And I want that for us. So keep an eye
That'll
out.
be a Seth project on your end of the.
Soon.
I love it.
Dope.
Thanks for listening, and peace.
Peace.